Good morning everybody, Ken Ring here of predictweather.com, and it's the 21st of March. Well, down here in Auckland you can pretty well say that autumn is here. The kauri cones are falling early. That won't mean anything to people in Ireland, but that's one of our native trees. The cicadas have stopped. There are frosts in the south and the temperatures have dropped to about the low 20s. Also in Australia, on the Gold Coast, the maximum temperatures have also dropped to about the low 20s. The moon is still low and it's almost stopped where it is from going lower each day, which is what happens on northern and southern declinations. The moon stops like that because then the weather systems stall, because the moon's orbit is running parallel to that of the Earth at the same time as these declinations. You know, when it's crossing the equator, well, it's not. The moon's coming across the world virtually, and when it's at the northern or southern declination, it's actually moving the same way as the Earth, moving to the east. And so the weather systems tend to carry over for 3 or 4 days. So whatever was happening just before the declination seems to continue through for about 3 or 4 days. Now the moon is beginning to become visible again. You can look for it in the northwest around 8 p.m. and then it sets about 10 p.m. So and what happens is it creeps forward about 50 minutes a day, and that's the same with the tides. You'll find that high tide will be 50 minutes, you know, just different to the one the next day. So tomorrow it'll set around 11 p.m. So tonight it sets 10 p.m, tomorrow 11 p.m. And when it gets to the northern declination, generally the northern declination plus the first quarter moon generally brings some rain. That's a feature of it. And then clearing afterwards. However, there's usually drying winds in the South Island around the northern declination. That's quite typical of what we get in this country. And that all changes if a perigee is close by. And there is one close by on the 28th, and about 5 days after the northern declination. It's perigee number 8, which is quite powerful. If it was 13, your 13th closest for the year, I wouldn't be sort of putting much store by it. But the 8th closest for the year, that's something to be noticed and watched for. So I think that's going to feed into cyclonic activity more around the end of the month. So just watch out for that. Northern declination also brings low barometric readings, so low air pressure, followed by northerly winds and shallow anticyclones and quite warm conditions. So I'm expecting some rising temperatures over the next week. Still, you know, it's not going to last. The autumn is here, as we said before. You should be getting that firewood stacked by now, so don't leave that too late or you might miss out. Tea tree or manuka is the best wood to burn if you're in New Zealand. Ken Ring, predictweather.com. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.